Yo guys, what is going on? It's your boy Rye. I'm coming back in with another video for you folks. And in today's video, we got quite a doozy, let me tell you. This was definitely an interesting one, guys. It was quite the adventure, as you'll see later on in the video. And I just wanted to preface with that this video is part of the new video series, FT10, Flip Till 10. So this series is basically where I flip PCs, build them, sell them, flip them, whatever, gaming PCs, until I reach 10K in cash, $10,000 that is, saved up, as this is part of that new series. And yeah, I really don't know what to tell you guys other than that this is an absolute nightmare. I don't know. You're going to see in this video that this was definitely quite a doozy with this one. So yeah, I really don't know what else to say, guys. I guess we'll just get right into it. But before we do, I wanted to let you know, if I look dead, that's because I am. Because fall semester classes have started and your boy's tired. Really, really tired. So yeah, there's that. And I'm going to keep grinding away making videos for you guys like I am now. But yeah, guys, just wanted to let you know this is part of that new series. This is technically episode 2 in a way. Without further ado, let's get right into this. Roll that clip. But before we do get into it, guys, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Hey guys, do you build, sell, and or flip gaming PCs? Or are you about to build your own personal gaming PC and you want to put Windows on it, but you don't want to drop $200 on a Windows key? Yikes, I don't blame you. So with today's video sponsor, MyKeyShop.com, we have a solution. With MyKeyShop.com, this is an emerging online platform with Windows 10 and 11 home and pro keys, as well as Microsoft Office keys that are legitimate at amazing prices, guys. And you can get an even deeper discount with my discount code RTW55. You simply just find the product that you would like to purchase, add it to your cart, input your payment information, go to checkout. Once you've checked out, you will get a code sent to your email within just a few minutes. You copy and paste this code into the box. Once you've done that, you hit activate and you have a legitimate activated Windows key. And again, guys, the discount code is RTW55. RTW55 to get an already amazing deep discount on top of the amazing prices that MyKeyShop.com has. Thank you again, MyKeyShop.com, for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to it. Alright guys, so this is the computer I picked up. I went ahead and tore this apart right away. So you can see here, I'm taking out this mechanical hard drive. It came with a WD Blue 1TB mechanical hard drive, 7200 RPM, as you can see here. And then also we have our 128GB, if I remember correctly, SSD. I do know it was like 120, it was either 120 or 128, but either way, really, really small SSD. Definitely not going to reuse this, just way too small for builds nowadays. But yeah, I could save it for later, maybe, who knows, maybe using a real budget cheap build. But yeah, that's the SSD that came with it, as you can see there. And then we moved on to the motherboard as well as the power supply, but we started out with getting all these connectors off first. Excuse me. This motherboard, I believe, was an Asus motherboard, A320M. It also came with 16GB of DDR4 G-Skill memory, clocked at 3000 megahertz. And of course, as you can see here, we have the stock AMD cooler. And once we take everything off here, we basically start transferring everything over to the new case. And yeah, and I'll talk about some more details with this PC and kind of what I ran into and what I had to change. And so, of course, before we transfer all the components over, gotta give them a good wipe down, a good cleaning. As you can probably tell from the video footage, this PC was pretty darn dusty. The components were pretty dusty as well. Definitely not the worst. I've seen way worse, but still, regardless, we had to clean this up, all the parts and whatnot. So yeah, I took some isopropyl alcohol here and just got away to cleaning, get some of that dust away, and try to get it back to a nice clean state as much as possible. I don't have any Q-tips at the time when I was doing this, so I just used what I had to get as clean as I could. I know you're not technically supposed to use like a towel or a paper towel like I did, but this is all I had at the time, so I figured it'll be fine. But yeah, guys, this is what I used, and then got to cleaning right away, got this as clean as I could. Then once we do this, we go ahead and start putting on our new components, like our brand new CPU cooler, as well as putting this into our new PC case, and also putting in a new power supply, as I did not want to use the 400 watt power supply that came with this PC, and I'll explain that a little bit later. So now that we've cleaned our components, we're going to move on to the CPU cooler install. If you've seen my videos in the past, this CPU cooler is going to look extremely familiar. This is kind of my go-to, not only for aesthetics, but the price definitely is not bad. I love that it has an ARGB ring on the outside of the fan, and then ARGB on the actual fan itself. Just looks really sleek, and all black looks awesome. Alright, and lastly guys, I wanted to talk about this RX 570 that came with this PC. It was working at one point in time, but I think I may have damaged it. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, even till this day. I think I need to do some more testing before I consider it fully dead, but I did run into an issue with this, and I couldn't use it in the build, unfortunately. So guys, the graphics card on this PC that came with the PC when I first bought it, everything was working, including the graphics card. Everything was working. I ran Spider-Man Miles Morales. It was running pretty okay. I was getting roughly like 40s, like mid to like low-ish 40s on the FPS. The GPU was running a little hot, so I figured I might need a repaste. I never actually tried to repaste it just because I couldn't get a video signal to begin with. Kind of odd because everything was working when I bought the PC. But when I went to go put everything back together, essentially, it wasn't putting out a video signal, it wasn't working, so I was like, okay, that's weird. But I never tried the HDMI port, funny enough, or rather, excuse me, the display port. And that's what he had hooked up at his place, if I remember correctly. There was a display port hooked into the graphics card. So I did not try that, and I might try that in the future. I didn't get rid of the graphics card. I still have it. If it does work on only the display port, I'll still use it because technically it's free in a way, kinda, because I didn't use it in this build, but I can use it in another one. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments down below how that works. Some might say that's girl math, but I don't know. I mean, I would consider that free. But anyways, guys, yeah, the graphics card just would not work. I couldn't get it to work to save my life, and I just gave up, guys. I'm just gonna deal with it no more. So, you know, it is what it is. I couldn't get it to work, but yeah, that was the situation. It definitely sucked because, I mean, like I said, I don't know. It could be just that the display port works only, but regardless, I put a different graphics card in there. I also put a different power supply in there as well. So obviously, those parts kind of jacked up the prices, like all in, right, for this build. So in this clip here, you're going to notice that I go to put the RX 570 in this PC, but just keep in mind I ended up using an NVIDIA GTX 1060 6GB that I had on hand. This is part of a bundle deal that I got, or I guess you could say a bulk deal. So yeah, that's what I used for this build instead of the RX 570. So what would have started out as a really good flip at, what was it, $220, I believe I paid for this, turned into an absolute nightmare. This would have been an excellent flip if I could have reused basically the power supply, the graphics card, all that stuff. Really, all I was going to add was the SSD and a cooler. That was pretty much in the case, of course. That's it. And this would have been easily like maybe a $300 build, or probably just right under, which would have been amazing. But because of all the drawbacks, guys, PC build price for this got all the way up to $450. So, yeah, not good. Not good. I have learned multiple lessons from this, and hey, that's the beauty of it, right? Like I said in the beginning of this series, right? There's gonna be lots of adventures. There's gonna be lots of fun. There's gonna be lots of pain, and this is one of those situations where it's a lot of pain more than it is fun. But you know what? It is what it is. There's nothing I can really do about it. You win some, you lose some. You learn a new thing every day, and I definitely learned my lesson. Who knows? I may be eating those words in the future. But yeah, that was the situation, and that's how it turned out. But like I said, the PC's still right over here, so hopefully it sells soon. I'm really not in a rush. I'm never in a rush to sell these things. I mean, I do obviously want to sell them fast, right? But the reality of it is that doesn't always happen. And it's kind of funny, sometimes you get PCs that sell like that, and I always tell myself it's like being spoiled, right? You sell a PC in like 2 days, 3 days, bam, you got that profit, you got that hard cash, you're excited, you're like, oh, ready to go to the next one, ready to keep going, right? And then you go to build a PC, you go to sell that next one, it's like it takes 2 weeks to sell, or like I think the worst I've ever had is 3. It's antagonizing sometimes, and it just really gets you frustrated when you're spoiled with those 2 or 3 day sales. It's like bam, and you get stuff like this or other builds that just kind of sit there, and I have learned over time that if you get a good enough deal that you can learn a lesson on it and you can get it out of your hair, so to speak. I've learned to start doing that lately, because there have been some builds that I have gotten absolutely burned on, guys. Come to think of it, actually, I did build a PC like, God, I want to say it was like 2-3 months ago. I don't have any video footage of it. I think I lost it or deleted it. I can't remember. I did something with it, but it wasn't that great. It was a Xeon build, and it had 16 gigs of RAM. It was in a GOMDS case, and it was in a GOMDS case that doesn't have good airflow. The airflow in it was just not very good. It was very poor, and the aesthetics just weren't there. I thought the aesthetics were going to be there because it was kind of like a white and black case with like tinted smoked glass, so I thought, oh, that'd be cool, No, that PC took forever to sell. Not only did it take forever to sell, guys, I'm not kidding you when I tell you I made $15 profit. Yeah. So that's just, a way or a story, if you will, that I've learned that sometimes you just got to take those hits, and take them as lessons, take them as learning lessons. And I definitely learned that day. That was the situation. That's what we're in. That's what we were put in. And you know what? I think we'll come out good at the end, even if it's just a little bit of profit. But hey, I've definitely learned a lesson with this for sure. If you guys have ever had an experience like this, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys went through and how you handled it, because I'll tell you what, this is kind of my first time going through like bumpy road, if you will. I mean, I know everybody has their kind of own, kind of horror stories, if you will, and like I said, this is one of them. But I'd love to hear what you guys have gone through and kind of how you kind of went through it. I know with me, I just got lucky because I had extra graphics cards and what have you, so that kind of helped. But yeah, definitely big learning lesson for sure. So guys, we've reached the end of the video, and you've gotten to see kind of the performance out of this PC and kind of the price we had to pay, quite literally, to get this performance. Although the performance wasn't too bad, we definitely kind of didn't make out on that price, as you guys know good and well. But you know what? All in all, it turned out pretty good. It looks good with the aesthetics, and the performance isn't bad. It's got an upgrade path. But yeah, that's what we got for that PC flip, and that's what we ended up having in the very end. And yeah, I mean, like I said, you learn lessons, and this was a valuable lesson learned for sure. But we made a pretty awesome gaming PC at the very end with some pretty good performance, really good aesthetics, and yeah, that's really all I got to say, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like down below and leave me a comment on what you thought of this flip. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on this one. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, let me know down below. And if you would like to follow this series and this channel in general, please subscribe down below to your boy. join the fam. I'd love to have you. And before I go, guys, I want to let you know I do have a Discord server, and if you'd like to join that Discord server, it'd be right here. Please click on the description down below, and there will be a link to join the Discord server. If you enjoyed this series, FT10, Flip Till 10, there will be a playlist on my channel with all the videos for this new series. And so, guys, with that, I have nothing else to say. If you stayed till the very end, I appreciate each and every one of you for doing that. It helps the channel out, and I just love to see you guys enjoying this content and staying and sticking around. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. My name is Rye. Peace.